Welcome to the Craft Beer Connoisseurs. I'm Chris, and I'm still here.
Yep, he is.
And we're still surprised.
Yep.
I guess that makes me Tyler.
And I'm pretty sure, positive, this makes me Brett.
All right.
But I think I'm only 80% positive that producer Zach's still here. Without a K or without an H.
Zach is still here.
100% confirmed.
We've retained Zach. We've retained Chris. Wow.
And then
And
we're going to throw people for a loop.
Well, as the name would suggest of the episode, everybody knows that Trevor really does treat 2.0. Trevor.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
What
Yeah,
exploding beer have you brought us today?
Yeah. What misfortune are we in for?
I maintain that all beers provided on today's episode were kept in a temperature-controlled, bulletproof, soundproof, shockproof box for transport over here.
So I don't know. This seems a little fishy. I come back for an episode and a producer special, and then you bring Trevor along to explode a beer on me.
Yes. And he's sitting beside you this time. I don't know if you noticed this. I moved him further away from me and closer to the sink.
Now, Trevor, if you haven't noticed, this is a new recording location.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, you must be very careful with spilling.
Or don't be.
Or don't
Not
be.
my
Yeah.
place.
No, I think we'd be looking at relocation of the podcast to an off-site location.
Yeah, carpet's not the best
No.
As
flooring.
they say,
yeah.
Trevor, 3 strikes and you are out.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, I'll try and behave.
He just play baseball, so he should know that.
Yeah.
You should know that. All right. I don't know where we want to start. Trev, do you want to kind of give us a bit of where have you been and why the heck are you here?
Me and my jet-setting ways, eh? But yeah, I guess I'd like to treat you guys. I guess so. Went out to okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, but me and my fiance went out, traveled out to the great big province of New Brunswick, out on the east coast of Canada, and yeah, it's a great big province. Bit of a boring drive, but we got there.
So you guys drove out there?
Yeah, we drove. Yeah, for 14, 15 hours, something like
American
that.
side or Canadian side?
Canadian.
Okay.
Yeah,
The two of you were in a vehicle together?
Yeah, for 15 hours. Imagine that with me. Whew, man. But
I did it for like 2, and I'm like, that's good.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we've had you on this podcast for a total of 3 hours. Now, did you create any spillage in the vehicle?
none.
Okay.
None whatsoever.
Wow.
Yeah. So we
there,
traveled to the provincial capital of Fredericton,
Okay.
and my fiance attended a conference there, and
Okay.
I was able to kind of tour
So
the
you got a free accommodation is what you're saying.
absolutely every year. It's great. Yeah.
A little tag along.
A little tag along.
That's
yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
nice.
Yeah. So I got to tour the local brewery scene over the 4 days, 3 nights we stayed there, and was able to procure some beers / ciders and bring them back for you guys to try out.
Very good.
We like that.
Yeah, we do like that. We appreciate that. Brett, why don't you tell us a little bit about what Trevor's brought us before we get into what Trevor's brought us today?
Yes. So the first one was back when Trevor was living in Manitoba at the time.
Toba.
And it was the Blueberry Ale from Trans-Canada Brewing. And he'd also kind of brought I think it wasn't online, but he kind of offline gave us some mango pineapple creamsicle. Actually, I think that was online, actually. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
He gave me some orange creamsicle offline. It was great. All the creamsicles, all the time from Grain of Glass. And then, a third time, so really this is like Trevor Treats 4.0. He gave us beers from Rogue River, which then ended up blowing up in your apartment.
Was that the smooth?
Yeah, I believe so.
No,
yes.
the smooth was...
No. That was
this was...
that was some Rorschach.
Yeah, I can't remember the actual name of the beer itself.
Trevor
it was,
be
a,
treated.
it was a smoothie sour.
Yeah.
Yeah, the walls appreciate it. Really absorbed it. Somebody else is probably...
They needed cleaning.
You recall that producer.
Yeah.
Producer Pete. It was Producer Pete.
Producer Pete. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so let's not have a repeat on this episode.
And
Yeah.
Pete has not been back, and he said, I am not coming back.
I think we set him up,
If
though.
he was coming back, he'd be coming back in a poncho.
It's true.
Yeah.
Now, that's one thing, is that these walls, if you do dirty them, you have to clean them, and I would have to repaint them. It's weird because we did get dinged a deposit fee when we left the apartment because they said that there's some sticky substance in the kitchen that was on the ceiling still. So it could be unrelated, but I think it truly wasn't.
We'll talk after the episode.
You can't pay me off.
Maybe if this beer is really good, it'll be even.
Yeah.
Probably not.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
All right. So you've been up to New Brunswick. You brought us some beers.
Yeah. So I think I hit up about 6 or 7 total while I was there, and 2 of them really stuck out to me. I was able to bring back, many different ones, but the ones I wanted you guys to try. The first one is a kettle sour from Greystone, dry hop kettle sour.
And they even put your picture on it.
They even did, yeah. That's the wrong beer. You're holding the wrong. That's the wrong.
Well, yeah, there's a picture on this one too.
Yeah.
2,700 meters.
Yeah.
Good for you, bud.
And then from York County Cider, I brought back.
Put your fiance's picture.
Yeah. The strawberry ciderita. It's a strawberry lime cider. So,
Nice.
yeah.
So we have this Greystone beer poured into our glasses already. Brett, you have one of the cans. Okay, Tyler, you just grabbed it. This is a massive can. Tyler, what is the...
Yeah, it's not that big.
Yeah, I mean, that's bigger, right? But
I've
like,
seen a bigger can.
yeah.
For sure.
You haven't been on the podcast that much this season, Chris, but this is a decent size can.
These are actually
You want to see a can?
these are normal size cans nowadays.
That's not a can.
Inflation.
This is a can.
So what is the milliliterage?
Miller Lights? It's 946 Miller Lights. And for you playing at home in the US of A, it's 32 ounces. So 946 milliliters, 32 ounces, or just a regular size can.
That's like one of those old Foster's beers that you would get.
What would you call this? Is this would this be like a smokestack?
Close to, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it might very well be. All right, yeah, decent sized can for sure. Dry hop sour, 5% alcohol and 10 IBUs.
Now, do you want to know how many ratings are on this can?
Yes.
I would.
Yeah,
On
zero.
the can or on the beer?
Yeah, how many? Yeah,
Zero. There's 0 ratings for this beer.
really?
Yes.
Okay.
The one I'm looking at currently, dry hop sour, Greystone, 5% ABV, 10 IBUs, 0 ratings. But it does say it's tart, fruity, and hoppy. Will it make us happy?
Hopefully.
No,
We shall see.
no. Have you had this before?
I had a tiny little taste at the actual brewery itself, and I thought it has such a unique flavor. I wanted to bring it back and have the boys try it out.
Now, when you say unique flavor, do you mean good or do you mean bad?
Yeah. Are you setting us up?
Maybe.
No.
No.
Well, this
know
will be
what?
it for Trevor's appearances on the podcast.
I guess what I'll do is I'll take one for the team here and have the first sip.
Okay.
And
Go
if
for
it's
it.
bad, then you guys can have the rest of it. Okay?
Chris jumps right. Go ahead.
I will say it smells really good, though. It does not smell bad. Okay, Brett is contemplating life.
That is I don't think I've ever seen Brett look like that before.
Thinking? Yeah, me
It's
either.
because I shaved, okay?
Yeah.
But I want to say it's like mango, but like not ripe good mango.
Not.
No, I was going to say, like, grapefruit. And I know you're
Seems
not
like
a
you
fan
guys
of
are talking about a lot of different types
Like,
of fruit here.
I feel like I'm getting like an equality or like a President's Choice, like mango juice with no sugar.
That's interesting.
So Zach is recalling all the times that he snuck into his mom's cleaning closet and drank cleaner because he said it tastes like lemon cleaning product.
Like Lemon Pledge?
So you guys just named 3 different types of fruits there, and it might make you a little
good job.
might make you a little loopy too. Does that give you any?
Well,
See when
Fruit Loop?
Fruit Loops. You get any of that? Because that's kind of what was described to me at the brewery, and that's what I get at the very, very end of it, at least. So
so it's funny you say that. I do pick up a Fruit Loopy to it. The one thing that was coming to me was, do you remember you might not, I can understand if you didn't, but do you know if I say the smell of Satsuma from
Okay, first of all, I think this is the second Satsuma reference
I know.
on the podcast.
it is. It was season 2, I think it was the last one.
From the Body Shop? Is that what
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trev, you know Satsuma? You gotta get in there, bud. Get a good whiff of Satsuma.
And that was like orange.
It's like a mandarin orange kind of aspect of it. But yeah, I can taste the Fruit Loopy piece of it. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
So not...
it's not... I knew it wouldn't be everybody's favorite. We'll say that.
I just don't understand if that's the case. Then, like, when you're putting that into a can, that is a size. like this honestly, like is like a Kellogg's box of Fruit Loops.
Yeah, basically.
I thought this was the regular size can.
Well, it is. You know the small ones that you get at the hotels. That's what we're talking about, Chris. Jeez.
It's because he's had a lot of hotel stays lately.
Yeah. I drove 15 hours out to New Brunswick. Interesting. All right.
No, but the bartender at Greystone really recommended this one, so I decided to bring it back. Thanks, Jake. Shout out Jake at Greystone.
Oh, thanks, Jake.
Big shout
And
out.
now, has he recommended it to anybody else? Because there's been 0 check-ins on this beer, and you were out there probably about a month ago.
Yeah.
So, because of these massive cans they got going on, they only brew small batch, so it's like 6 cans of it. Or, yeah, I'm just really confused in terms of how the beer's been out for a while, and yet nobody's checked it in.
I will say there's about 16 different taps or something like that at Greystone. So
by nobody, I think Zach is saying 7. So that is people. 7 people. I don't know. He's looking confused and putting his hands up, but he can type what he wants.
He has said that kettle sour, and this is a dry hop sour. So it might be one of those things where it's beers have been kind of.
So which one did you look at?
this is dry hop sour on this.
No, it's dry hop sour.
Yeah.
With 0 ratings.
But the kettle sour
But
is
the
what
kettle sour
Zach's
is
looking at.
7 ratings. Still 5%.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily help because the kettle sour, everyone that's checked it in has had it on draft. So there's no pictures of the can. But yes, I would say because somebody created the dry hop sour on Untapped.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I would say that this is the dry hop sour. And yes, it is quite surprising that nobody has had it.
I should say too that obviously that can isn't what it's normally sold in. It's kind of like a growler system they have, and it's from the tap.
This is a growler system.
Like it's sealed on, right?
Yeah, it's sealed on. Yeah, it's from the tap. So
and it looks like Greystone. All they make is sours.
They make quite a few of them. I had a pretty good cucumber one out there.
16 beers, and all of them have the word sour in it.
Nice. I like that thing.
So I'm going to go with they all make sours.
What's the overall rating of the brewery?
1 second.
Thanks.
378.
Not bad. I don't. You and Zach are conflicting here. He can type and he ain't typing.
I stand corrected. They make more than that.
Oh,
I was just in the sour section.
They have
122
beers.
False alarm for everybody. And my bad, Greystone and Jake or whatever his name was. My bad.
Between the two of you guys saying it's this, that, we gotta get our facts.
But they do have 16 different sours. So
that's what he did say.
That's a good amount of sours.
I had a pretty good cucumber one out there too.
Well, it'd be what 10% of the beers, roughly.
Yeah,
ish.
Yeah. All right. Well, I do get the mango up front, and I do see the Fruit Loopiness to it.
Are we going to rate these beers today?
Well, you tell me. Chris, you give me the call. Do you want to rate it or no?
Yeah, why not, right?
Let's go.
Tell
a quick little rating.
Yeah. I don't mind this beer. I'm a big fan of Fruit Loops. Could definitely smash a bowl of Fruit Loops. So I would say this is a 3.75 for me.
You should use this as your base instead of milk.
Well, I don't use milk.
I know you don't. That's why I said that. For me, I'm going to give it a 3.25. I'm not seeing the whole Fruit Loop vibe. He just would have said it was lemon.
You should try tasting it.
I did. Thank you.
I saw him.
3.25.
All right. For me, I'm gonna give this a 4. It's nice. It's refreshing. Mango up front. I get the Fruit Loop vibe now that you've kind of went through that. I'm gonna give it a solid 4. Yeah. And producer is going to give it a 2.
Zach. Remember his name? Zach.
No,
Producer Zach 2.
Yeah. Trevor.
I'm gonna stick with a 3.752. So
3.752. You got the paid?
6, 7, 8, 9.
You got the paid version?
Yeah. 3.75 for me
as well. Okay. There we go. All right.
What's next?
Next.
Shift change, if you will. It's plug from last episode, right?
Yeah.
Even though this is not Cold Bear stuff, but I just wanted to use shift change again.
So we got a cider here.
Yes.
How many ciders
Kind of.
How many? Yeah, I was gonna say how many ciders have we really had on the podcast? Not many.
Not many. No.
Oh, none of main episodes.
Yeah.
So this is the Strawberry Ciderita. It's a strawberry lime cider from York County Cider. Thanks to Ed for hooking me up with these. Ed is the owner of York County Cider. Cool thing about the brewery cidery, whatever you want to call it too. They have a brewery dog, cidery dog. His name's Reaver. It's a great big white shaggy thing and pretty cute. Yeah. So he's probably, he looks like a Saint Bernard, but he's white and he just hangs outside and looks just huge outside all day. And I swear to God, he's gonna scare. When I walked up, I thought he was gonna like scare me away or something. Like that.
I just picture this dog moping around all day and doing absolutely nothing. Yeah. We call it Brett here on the podcast.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right, Brett?
That's me.
Yeah,
that is.
All right, should we crack this one open and consume it?
Yeah, sure thing.
You go ahead and crack it. I will maybe go over the stats on this one.
Yeah, and then if there's any discrepancy.
So this one we've got coming in at 5.8% ABV. The can does say 6 even, so bit of a discrepancy. 0 IBUs listed. There have been 115 check-ins to this beer with a 3.68 rating.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not
Oh,
bad at all.
you're trying to? You're already in it, right?
Well, yeah, we all opened it up. I hear that. I like the way that the strawberry is coming right through that. And I know, I kind of said this before, that sometimes artificial strawberry versus real strawberry is kind of hard to nail, but the real strawberry that's kind of involved with this is very nice.
Zach coming in a little late there, but 6 5 out of 5s for this beer.
Yeah, that too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Cider, he's telling me.
Yes. It is a cider. That is correct.
I'm struggling with this tab, I'll be honest.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It's a little thicker, eh?
Yeah, that's what I noticed too.
Yeah. And so this can, there's like the Molson Cold Shot.
Yep.
You mentioned that off air.
Yep.
When you handed
Kind
it out.
of two extremes there, actually. Got the great big can and then, tiny little one. So
Couldn't just give us something normal.
no, never.
Give us something big, something small.
You guys keep saying big can, but you told me that it was the regular can.
We're using the words that are common for you. You're not here often, so we want to use your language.
Right.
Yeah.
I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome. All right. General thoughts on this. It's I don't want to say like tangy, but there's like there's a little punch to it.
Tangy, zesty maybe from the lime?
Yeah.
Maybe?
The lime is nice come through it. It's pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I could drink way too many of these.
No.
No, this is a one and done for me.
Yeah.
It's good.
The fact that it's thick. Yeah.
It's sick and
it was 6% ABV.
she's sick and she's thick.
It's also very sweet,
Yeah.
which is kind of tough to pound down a couple of these. And this, I got to be honest, the strawberry is a little off-putting for me.
Not a big strawberry guy, are you?
Well, I am a big strawberry guy, just not this strawberry.
Okay. In ciders. I mean, you don't have many ciders, I don't think, right?
I'm not a huge cider person, but I do indulge for sure. I don't know. It's just something about the cider. It's kind of on the back end, kind of finishing like cough syrup.
Okay.
Does it taste awful?
It does not taste awful.
Does it work?
No.
Oh, okay. It's not Buckley's. Okay.
You know what? I could see this being mixed with like into a slushy, like a beerita.
Yeah.
Almost like you take this and you flip this upside down and you put it into a nice like kind of like rum slush or a margarita or something, and that would kind of play well. And probably mellow out some of that heavy kind of like strawberry piece. I get it. It kind of does come across almost syrupy.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of where you're kind of going with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is definitely nice. I think this would be a slow sipper by a pool for me, or even in a hot tub, and just kind of coasting off that. But yeah, It's definitely got the flavors there.
By the way, I don't think we mentioned great color on it though. Mm-hmm. Nice kind of ruby red color.
Yes, very nice color.
Yeah, and I mean the story behind it too, right? So in celebration of the Solidaridad of the Mexican Revolution, and it's strong women everywhere. Sometimes you need a little sharp with your sweet, and that kind of hits this. There's some sharpness, there's some sweetness to it. I get that. Mm-hmm. So that's on the can there. I thought it was worth mentioning.
Should we get on to our ratings?
You know what? Let's get on to them. Mm-hmm. I always say that. I always say, like, what are we doing?
Let's hop right on.
Let's get on to them.
For me, I'm going to give this one a 4.
Okay.
I like the actual flavors that are coming through. A little bit strong, but I always find ciders to be a little strong, a little like gut rowdy, if you will. Just part of the nature. But for this one, I actually quite enjoy this, and I'll give it a 4.
I'm not going to give it a 4.
Didn't see that.
Okay.
I'm probably going to give this one a 2.
Okay. Fair enough.
Tyler, go ahead.
To myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this one a 3.5.
3.5.
And producer Zach is going to give this one a 4 as well, Brad.
As for myself, I'm not a huge fan of ciders usually. I find them a little bit too dry most of the time, but I like the sweetness in this one, so I'm going to give this a 4.5, 4.5.
Oh,
yep.
Trevor.
Yep.
Very good. All right. Anybody got anything else to say about the 2 beers here?
Well, just going to say, Trevor, you have not had this when you visited the cider, right? Or did you?
I had a very little tiny sip.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 1 beer, 1 cider. I should correct myself. I saw an eye shot over there from Zach when I said, anything else about these beers?
He's a stickler.
I get that. I get that. I appreciate you keeping me in line. Nothing else that you guys want to say about that?
I'm good.
I just want to say thanks to all the breweries for giving me tips and tricks and telling me what's good, and hopefully I'll be back sometimes.
Big cans.
Yeah, and providing the great big giant cans, and hopefully.
You know what, Trevor? Thank you so much for not giving us a beer or cider that explodes.
We should probably finish this one up then.
Now, he did give us some for off air, and I bet you those are the ones that are
1,000%.
Yeah.
Which we're all going to open at your house, Sager.
no outside. You good?
Yeah, no. This beer is cider.
All right, Trevor.
My third little wrong.
Trevor, thank you again. Mm-hmm. Trevor Treats 2.0 plus.
Wow, we made it through, guys.
We have made it through, and maybe we'll have you on again. We'll see.
Maybe there will be a 3.0.
Maybe.
Fingers crossed.
I'm pretty sure this was 3.0. It's like 4.0.
Each iteration, he does get a little bit better. Mm-hmm. All right, that's going to be it for today's Producer Special.
Thank you again for listening, and a big thanks again, of course, to Trevor and the beers for today.
And cider.
Yes. Keep on listening. Every other Thursdays, the Craft Beer Connoisseurs release a new episode, and on our off Thursdays for these unique producer specials.
And remember to drink responsibly and don't drink and drive.
So from all of us, and producer Zach, I'm Tyler.
I'm Brett.
And I'm Chris.
And I'm Trevor.
And together, we're the Craft Beer Connoisseurs.